free?
Free as anyone is today, pal.
How much to downtown?
$15 plus tip. That should work out to around $22.
Afternoon, folks. Hi. Hi. Afternoon, Mr. Harlow.
How's it going, Tim?
Fine.
Excuse me.
Just a minute. Mr. Duncan, hello.
Tim, my name is Lou Grant. I have an appointment with Charlie Hume.
No. No, you're not here.
If you could call his office,
Miss Apthorpe, this is the lobby. There's a guy here says he's got an appointment with Mr. Hume. What? Well, hold on a minute. What was that name again?
Grant.
Grant. Oh, okay. Okay. Here. Put this outside your pocket. Don't take it off. It's only good for the 4th floor. Outside the elevator, first door on the right. And don't go anyplace else.
Excuse me. Can I have your name, please?
Why?
I'm not sure yet. Indulge me. What's your name?
Tim Butterfield.
What?
Tim Butterfield.
Thank you.
Why do you need my name?
My Christmas list. Next week, I hope to be a 5.
Summaries, please, people.
Excuse me. Can you help me?
Yeah,
I'm going to see Charlie Hume, the managing editor.
right across the room.
Is that your city editor?
Johnson, have you got that summary?
No, that's Art Donovan. He's the assistant city editor. He's just filling in.
Uh-huh. Hi. I'm Lou Grant.
Oh, yes. Mr. Hume is tied up for a few minutes. He asked, could you please wait?
Yeah, I can wait. Of course I can wait. Nice.
Excuse me, that's my desk, okay?
Yeah. Could I have your name, please?
Bella Abzug. Hello, this is Rossi. Yeah, get me Driscoll at the Cophouse.
Come and sit over here. It ain't much, but it's home.
Thank you.
Hello, Driscoll. Joe Rossi. Hold it, hold it, hold it. I said some things before I didn't really mean. All right, I meant them. Look, you've been working that beat so long you think you're a cop, not a reporter. Hello? Driscoll? Jerk.
Mike? Hi, it's Carla. Yeah, I missed you too. Listen, what are you doing tonight? Terrific. I'll pick you up at 9. Wear your jumpsuit.
You like this?
It is not bad.
Stinks.
I'm Lou Grant.
They call me the animal.
I can't understand why.
Yeah. Hey, gorgeous. You see my byline this morning? Hey, I'm talking to you.
Oh, I'm sorry. When you said gorgeous, I thought you were talking to yourself.
I gave them 10 books. They cut it to 4. They butchered the heart out of it.
You're page 1, column 1.
Yeah, that's right.
Nice piece of writing.
Should have read it when I handed it in.
Well, I don't think they butchered it. In fact, I would have junked the whole 3rd paragraph.
Listen, I'd love to talk to you about it, but don't you want to catch up with the rest of the tour? You're missing the fun part where they give you a free newspaper.
Mr. Grant?
Thank you.
Lou, it's incredible. How can a guy look the same as he did 20 years ago?
I don't.
You sure don't. What happened? You lost weight, didn't you?
About 40 pounds. I worked at it, now it's all off.
I liked you better fat.
Everybody says that.
Well, it's been too darn long.
Yeah, sure. Yes. I mean, the old call bulletin we work for doesn't even exist anymore. That kind of makes you feel a little strayed, doesn't it?
And Hanno's is gone. Did you know that up in San Francisco?
I read that. That was a hell of a bar.
Yeah.
Really one hell of a bar. Really was. Really was a...
Lou,
Yeah?
this is very uncomfortable interviewing an old friend for a job, Lou. I have to do this as if we were strangers.
Strangers, Charlie?
What makes you think you should have the job?
That's easy. I'm 50 years old and I have $280 in the bank.
No, I didn't mean why you want the job. I mean, why should we hire you?
What do you want me to do? Take a typing test? I mean, you know what I can do. Are you going to tell me that you have any doubts at all that somebody with my experience can't hold down a job in your city room?
Lou, the job is city editor. Yeah.
Oh. sure I could handle that. I've been out in the newspaper business for 10 years. Charlie, I don't know half the machines you got out there.
I think you can do it.
Really?
Sure. What the job takes more than anything else is leadership.
And I have that, huh?
You're one of the best natural leaders I ever met in my life.
Yeah. Well, maybe I could do it.
Sure you could. The only trouble is I don't make the final decision.
You don't pick your own city editor?
Well, I could if I wanted to. It's just that it's a little smarter to let Mrs. Pynchon, that it's Margaret Pynchon, the publisher, and let her kind of think it was her idea. Well, she's a funny sort of a woman, and if I pushed for someone and he didn't work out, like the last 3 city editors, she'd tend to blame me. Oh, she would. She would.
Charlie, when did you lose your nerve? You were never like this.
We're not all of us blessed with your rugged independence, Lou. I've got a monster home with taxes that make the mortgage payments look like tips in a diner. My daughter is at Stanford and very hung up on Italian shoes. My son may get through high school if his 750cc bike doesn't kill him first. I'm walking a tightrope, Lou.
How'd you get there?
How does anyone get there? I fell in love. Lou, if I have to, I'll put my neck on the line to get you this job. Let's go to the tower.
I feel like Anne Boleyn. What'd you tell her about me?
Nothing. And don't mention you were working in television. She hates it.
But what do I tell her I've been doing the past 10 years?
Tell her you were in jail.
You can go right in, Mr. Hume.
Thanks.
Sure.
Is that her?
No, her dog, who she keeps with her constantly.
Constantly.
Barney, quiet. Now, a 10-letter word meaning high ground.
Why don't you get a dictionary?
Are you trying to impress me with rudeness?
May I present Lou Grant? This is Mrs. Pynchon. I think he may just possibly be the man for the city desk.
Are you recommending him, Mr. Hume?
Naturally, your instincts in these matters are infallible.
Nonsense. Only my husband was infallible. He was wrong 60% of the time. You look like you're about to throw a punch.
It's a suit.
Oh, we've had 3 men at the city desk in the last 8 months.
I told him.
One of them died in the men's room. One quit, and I fired the 3rd.
Why'd you fire him?
I didn't like him. I didn't like the one who died in the men's room either. Oh, Barney. Hush, baby. No. No, calm now. Yes, you little dog. You like dogs?
Yeah, I like dogs. Big dogs.
Thank you for coming, Mr. Grant.
Mrs. Pynchon, I've spent several weeks reviewing candidates for this job, and I'm inclined... It seems to me, I feel very strongly that Lou would be the best possible man for the job, and I'd like to go with him. I think.
Then hire him.
Okay? Thanks. Congratulations.
Promontory.
I beg your pardon.
10-letter word meaning high ground.
The word is escarpment.
That doesn't strictly mean high ground.
Perhaps not, Mr. Grant, but I happen to like it.
Won't fit the other words.
You don't know me very well. I'll make it fit.
Lou, this is Art Donovan. Art Lou Grant.
Hi.
How do you do?
Charlie, When are you gonna get me out of this chair? This job is screwing up my social life.
Then you'll be happy to meet the new city editor.
It's all yours.
Thank you.
Have fun.
Could the following people please come to my desk? Joe Rossi, the animal. And will one of the copy boys please go downstairs and tell Tim Butterfield that the city editor would like to see him?
They're for you.
City desk.
Here's that police awards banquet tonight. I thought I'd let Carla cover it.
It's not a big story. Send a new kid, the intern.
Oh, I think we have to do better than that. Take a look at this memo.
What's this?
It's a note from Mrs. Pynchon.
She writes her memos on napkins?
It's her newspaper.
Charlie, I just got this napkin that says that we have to send a top reporter to cover a simple award ceremony.
Oh, yeah. She wants you to send Carla.
Are you kidding? We can get the speech from their PR guy, and any kid can check out the rest.
Well, the bottom line here is that Mrs. Pynchon feels we've gotten a little unbalanced with negative police stories.
We don't make the news.
Sure we do. By what we pick to cover. Tonight's ceremonies, for instance. Send Carla.
It's like using great booze to wash your socks.
Units 23 and 17, 23 and 17, southbound Harbor Freeway between Slauson and Imperial. Overturned tanker. Traffic backed up 11 miles. Handle code 2. 14 Charlie 3, standby. 14L17, okay, sir.
Rossi!
Yeah.
CHP just reported overturned tanker on the Harbor Freeway.
Hey, listen, I'm working on something. I'm not ducking an assignment. This is special.
Send Chambers.
Chambers?
Animal! Overturned tanker on the Harbor Freeway, Imperial and Slauson. Get over there.
Sounds messy. Maybe I better change. Don't want to ruin my good clothes.
What is it?
Let's go private.
Finish up for me. Hi, what is it?
I got a tip that something's cooking at the Cophouse. To quote my source, a scandal of immensity involving a bunch of cops from one of the divisions.
What kind of a scandal?
I don't know. Neither did he.
What about our Cophouse guy? What does he say?
Driscoll? You want my gut feeling?
I'm afraid so.
I think he's sitting on it.
What are you talking about? The man's been covering a police beat for 30 years, sitting on a story.
He doesn't know whose side to pick. I've seen it. He doesn't know if he's a cop or a reporter.
Get me Driscoll. You don't like Driscoll, do you?
He's a dinosaur. It's all over. Whatever happened to him was over a long time ago.
I'm a dinosaur. It would be nice if you argued the point. It would be smart if you argued the point.
I didn't mean you. Look, whatever you want to call him, the man is sitting on a story.
Thanks. Yeah. Driscoll, Lou Grant, how's it going?
Oh, well, up and down, over and under, in and out, you can't complain.
Yeah, listen, there's a rumor floating around and something's cooking over there. You hear anything?
Oh, something's always cooking. What'd you have in mind?
Something dirty over one of the divisions.
No, I haven't heard anything like that. I'll poke around.
He's lying.
Hang on.
Get off.
He's lying.
Yeah. Listen, what are you doing for lunch? I thought we should get to know each other.
You buying?
Sure. Where's a good place?
McKenna's. That's 5th near Figueroa. 1 o'clock?
Gotcha.
What she just got. Oh, that's beautiful.
George?
Hello?
What are you drinking?
Ginger ale, straight up.
Bumpy wagon?
Not so bad. It's been 3 weeks now.
Hey, for an old jug man, I'd say it's pretty good. This could be the old days almost.
Almost.
It's good to be part of it again. I feel like I'm in touch with things. Getting back on a newspaper is like, well, it's like being with a woman who doesn't shave her legs.
That's beautiful.
Yeah. Reality. Maybe you don't like it, but it's real. You and I speak the same language. I've been meaning to get together with you.
Hash it all over, huh?
Yeah, it's like we went to the same school, probably know the same people.
Did you work in Denver?
No. Detroit?
No. Seattle?
No. Maybe we don't know the same people.
What'll it be, sir?
Oh, I'll have an iced tea and a hamburger.
Wait a minute. You don't have to do that for me.
Okay. Forget the iced tea. Make it a scotch on the rocks.
Scotch rocks.
What's on your mind, Lou? You didn't come over here to talk about old times that we never had together.
Okay, you got me. I should know better than to try to con an old pro like you. What's the matter?
I don't like that kid.
No. I'm not nuts about him either. But he's good. Real good.
Maybe. But he's got no idea of humanity. He doesn't care.
Look, George. He's gotten the same tip twice about a big scandal brewing, maybe involving a whole police division here in the city. And he thinks you've been sitting on it.
What about you?
I thought it was worth a check out. Is he right?
If I told you that there was some truth in it, would you let it go with that?
What kind of dumb question is that? Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe we don't speak the same language.
Lou, believe me, it's nothing. They're handling it themselves. Internal Affairs is on top of the whole mess. I know.
Because they told you?
They're not going to lie to me. They're my friends.
Wait a minute. You're a reporter. You were hired as a reporter, and that's the way I carry you in the city room. Reporter and writer, so report.
Come on, Lou. My only worth to the paper is my contacts. You take them away from me, and I am finished. I'm washed out to sea.
Just check me. Is this an old-fashioned notion of mine that when we find out things, we put them in our newspaper? Because if we find out things and just keep them to ourselves, we'd have all this empty white space in the morning.
16 officers are being investigated.
For what? Which division?
That's all you get.
That's all I get.
Well, if it isn't to Officer Driscoll, they give you a badge yet?
Rossi, your timing stinks.
Look, if you won't report the story, at least give me an interview, officer.
Get away from me.
Hey, guys.
No, really, I won't quote you. I'll just say an official police department story.
George, take it. Rossi, Joe, stop it, damn it. Stop it. Come on. You're making a scene. I've got ginger ale inside my shoes.
Look, I'm sorry. I already said I was sorry. But I knew I was right about him. I was, wasn't I?
Okay, maybe you are right. Maybe he is protecting his friends. But you don't even know the story, and you're ready to crucify the cops. Now lay off, or I'll drop you in those tulips. How'd you like to take a week off?
What is this, a soft way of shipping me out?
Oh, no. I mean it. Take a week off. Relax. Go fishing.
I don't fish.
I say you had to catch anything. Look, I want you to take that week. I want you out of the way. I'm turning the kid loose, George. We're going for the story. Whatever it is you're hiding, I mean to get it out in the light. I have to do it. There's no other way.
There has been recently, and I thank God for it, an increasing awareness of the loneliness and the insecurities that are part and parcel of the active police officer's life. The average patrolman facing the enemy in night alleys and deserted streets of this city is no stranger to fear or to any emotion that you yourself might have in the same situation. That he conquers these fears.
I don't know how late I'll be, dear. He wrote this one all by himself. Bye.
Evening, Commander. Joe Rossi, Tribune.
Oh, where's my buddy Driscoll?
Vacation. We're filling in for him.
Oh, good man. He deserves a rest.
Boy, am I glad I ran into you. I need some confirmation.
Oh, can't it wait till morning? I'm in my office by 8:30.
Well, I just want to make sure I've got the facts straight about that investigation the department's running.
How'd you hear about that?
Well, it's fairly common knowledge. I mean, after all, when 16 officers from the same division, right?
Look, I don't know how you got onto that, but anything you print is going to jeopardize the investigation.
Look, I really want you guys to get a fair shake. Now, I know you'd rather have facts than gossip, right?
All I will tell you is that there were no 14-year-old girls involved, nor any 15-year-olds either.
Well, that is interesting.
Furthermore, not one of the parents has filed a complaint.
Then I can safely say 16-year-old girls were involved in the,
I've said all I'm going to say. We're handling it.
Well, if it weren't sex, they wouldn't be so jumpy about it getting out.
I hate this kind of story. Ugh.
Well, there's something here whether any of us likes it or not.
Well, what do we do?
We go ahead with it. We find out what division's involved.
I know the PM watch commander at a Valley precinct.
Okay, that's our first step.
How did Driscoll take it?
Take what?
Well, by rights, this should be his story.
He'll be okay. He's a pro.
Well, hello, sweetheart. You made my day. What are you up to?
Oh, you know, a little off-duty visiting.
Oh, off duty, huh? What can I get you, darling? What do you want?
We have information that one of the divisions is being investigated.
None of my boys.
But you heard about it.
Maybe.
So you know that underage girls are involved, school kids.
So they say.
How? How were they involved? Oh, come on, Matt. You know I'm not out for anyone's blood.
Look, I'm gonna be late for lineup.
Nat? Which division? Nat?
Merry Christmas.
What's that supposed to mean? Christmas? 25th.
Afternoon. Is this Officer Torres of the 25th Division? My name's Joe Rossi. I'm with the LA Tribune, and we're doing a story on the departmental investigation being conducted right now. Yes, I spoke with him last night, but what we're after is your side of the story. Well, can you give me the name of an officer who was involved?
Well, the gas explosion in Westwood turned out to be minor.
It's getting on. Did Chambers check in on that demonstration?
Oh, yeah. He went alone. He outnumbered the demonstrators.
Terrific. Let's get at least one local story on the front page, huh? How you doing?
Getting there. There are 3 possibilities. 1, the summer camp the LAPD runs. 2, the community friendship project. 3, the sports program. Okay?
Good work.
Pay dirt.
I assume that's your cute way of telling me that you have a lead.
I found someone. Officer Lester Trask, 25th Division. I'm on my way.
The reason I'm talking to you is that some of my friends called me after you phoned. I just wanted to tell you our side of the story before this thing gets blown up into something ugly.
Were you on duty at the time?
No. I never swore. The program was volunteer. It was an off-duty assignment. That's why we got to pay for our own lawyers. Been informed that these charges aren't job-related.
What are the charges?
I don't know yet. Contributing to delinquency, unlawful intercourse. Doesn't sound too good, does it?
Did you know how old the girls were?
So when this happened the first time, it was a victory celebration after a tournament up above Santa Barbara. We were on a beach. You know, we lit a fire. Some guy had a guitar. There wasn't any discussion about how old people were. How old are you? How old am I? My wife is only 19.
How old were the men?
26 to 37. Geez, I guess this sounds seamy as hell, but it was really kind of innocent. I mean, those girls, they weren't girls. They were women. You should have seen them. 16, 17, 18 years old. They had no age. They had no age at all. They were what I said they were. They were women. You don't believe that, do you?
I'm not sure.
Sure you are. They're gonna kill us for it, too.
What do you think should happen?
I don't know. I really don't know. People love these kind of stories. Love to see a cop get nailed to the wall. I've only been on the force for 3 years. 3 years. This is the whole ball game right here. I got a daughter who's 8 months old.
See how you feel when she's 16.
A scandal of major proportions erupted today with the revelation of a sex club involving 9 police officers of the Hillside Division of the LAPD and young girls entrusted to their care. Some of the officers were middle-aged. You're really mad at these guys, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can tell. I shouldn't be able to tell.
Well, it's true.
It's true? Sex club? Huh? I take it you saw their membership cards. Tell me about the team jackets. What sort of emblems did they use for this?
Okay, I'll change that.
How many of these cops were middle-aged?
1 for sure.
That makes 8 for not sure.
I didn't know you wanted a whitewash. You should have let Driscoll handle it.
You're not afraid of me, are you?
No.
Ah, too bad. You did some good reporting on this, so I'm going to do you a favor.
What?
I'm not going to embarrass you by printing this. Redo it.
The fact remains they were cops, old enough to know better, and the school children in their charge, school girls, were victims, willing or otherwise. Their job was to protect these kids, not seduce them.
Gentlemen, may I present Christine Farrell?
Hi.
Hello.
Tell them who you are.
I'm all-star right wing in the Girls Police Soccer League.
Miss Farrell's 16.
I'm sure that look on your face is purely protective, huh, Rossi? City desk.
I'm calling as a favor to an old friend. Your Cophouse guy, George Driscoll, just fell off the wagon. Better send somebody with a sponge and a basket.
Where is he?
B. Joe's on Alvarado.
Okay, thank you. I'll come get him.
What is it?
A guy I know fell down. I think I gave him the push. Find an empty office and get her story. I'll be back in an hour. How do you feel?
Like I've been kissing a camel?
You sober?
No.
Good. Then it won't hurt as much when I tell you.
I know, I'm canned.
You wish.
What time is it?
5:30.
Hey, you left the desk?
Yeah. I couldn't wait to give you your new assignment. You'll enjoy working on the food section. Maybe they'll make you wine editor.
Oh, quit kidding me.
What do you want me to do, George?
Leave me alone. Maybe I'll get lucky and I'll fall off a roof.
Come on.
Look, I'm a drunk. It goes with a suit.
Yeah. Maybe you have been around the track once too often. It's too bad. I figured you still had some juice left. Yeah.
Look, I didn't know whether to call you or not. Weren't you looking for Driscoll this afternoon?
I found him. Why?
Well, he came in a little while ago. He's sitting at a desk.
What's he doing?
Nothing. He's just sitting.
Thanks, Sam. Good night.
Summaries, anybody? Hey, Lou, look at this.
What is it?
Just found it on my desk. Check the byline.
Driscoll.
Any more summaries? Let's go.
Lou, I rewrote the cop story.
I read it. It's better. I'd go with it if I didn't have this.
Driscoll.
Read it.
Investigation, alleged misconduct, some of it sexual. I've got all this.
Keep going.
The investigation raises questions about the tenuous relationship between the police and the press. Several reporters received detailed information about the scandal and chose to withhold it because of professional friendships and fear of jeopardizing news sources on which they had come to depend. I was one of those reporters.
I get a better opinion when you start to put out that kind of money.
I've not seen this pony. There's more coming in on the way. How's space, Ben?
Tight, 7 columns below minimum.
What have you got, Al?
The president signed the farm bill.
I see.
Yeah, we ran that piece on the migrant workers the other day. I thought this would tie the whole thing together nicely. Maybe the farm bill to lead and then a sidebar on what it means to the migrant.
I don't know. Why do we always have to lead with national if nothing major comes down?
I agree with you, Charlie. Especially today, when I got something nice, really nice. It's on the budget item 5.
Oh, yeah, that police sex thing.
Well, it was that police sex thing. Now it's a lot more than that. It's a think piece on police-press relations, some personal journalism, and a life story.
Is there a puppy in there, Lou? A little something for everybody.
I don't feel comfortable with that story. It's not one for page 1 anyway. Bury it somewhere.
Bury it?
What? What?
Bury it? It's a hell of a story. It's balanced, incisive. It raises moral and political issues that should be raised.
Sorry, Lou, I can't agree with you on this one. How many columns do you need for the Rhodesian flare-up?
2 should do it. I'll mark it here with a runover.
Charlie, can we talk about this?
Lou, it's not our kind of story, not the kind we want to play up.
You promised me a free hand.
You gotta understand the special situation. Wait a minute, I never promised you a free hand.
Well, it almost worked.
Lou, trust me, I know Mrs. Pynchon's feelings about this kind of story at this particular time.
Well, can I go to her?
Go to her? Of course you can go to her. You mean go to her?
Mr. Grant, I have enough pressures from politicians and labor unions and churches and schools and Italian Americans and Polish Americans and Mexican Americans, all incensed at one time or another because of something we printed or didn't print. When we moved the bridge column, and the day that we kissed off little Orphan Annie, do you realize how many threats I received against my life?
Mrs. Pynchon, there's a...
No, Mr. Grant, I don't need you to generate any heat. I get enough of that from my family, for want of a more descriptive word. I have 2 nephews, each more disgusting than the other, each masking his avarice in solicitous murmurings and constant pressures and little whisperings to sell this building, sell this paper that I love, and invest in something more sensitive, more lucrative, like taco stands. A whole greasy chain of them, stretching like the Great Wall of China. From San Ysidro all the way to the Oregon border. I mean, who knows? Maybe beyond. Taco stands, Mr. Grant. And a few shares of majority stock I hold is my only shield between this once great paper and a 1,000-mile ribbon of inedible enchiladas.
I feel like a tin roof in a hailstorm.
Really? Well, I hadn't even gotten to you yet.
Yeah, well, I came up here to talk about a difference of opinion I'm having with Charlie Hume over a story.
I am aware of that, and I understand that you left the city desk just before deadline yesterday and you didn't come back for 2 hours.
What do you want to talk about? You want to talk about journalism, or you want to talk about how long I take for lunch?
Fine. Let's talk about journalism. Now, I think people are tired of reading negative stories about their police. I'm tired of it.
You mean we're not going to run this story just because you don't happen to like it?
That's right, Mr. Grant. You know, we don't print everything that happens. It's a constant, selective process. I mean, you do it 100 times a day.
That's my job, deciding what's important and what isn't. And this story is important. I don't hold a story back just because I don't like it.
Look, the difference between you and me is that you run the city desk and I own this paper. And we often hold back stories I do not like. Can you accept that, Mr. Grant?
You hired me to do a job. You said you wanted someone with a point of view, with a strong point of view. You didn't say you wanted it to be yours.
You know something? You're a bad influence. There's never been this many people in the bar after work.
I'm gonna miss you.
You didn't quit?
I think she's gonna fire me. She's probably up there right now dictating my obit.
I never said you wouldn't make a fine delivery boy.
Look at the front page.
Oh, my God. She ran my story.
Well, well. We work on a newspaper. A real newspaper.
It's a good story, George. I wish I'd written it. As a matter of fact, it's so good, people will probably think I did.
You need a lift?
Oh. That's very nice of you. But I have to look at a house I may rent. The lady said it's very cute and it's very Spanish. It's in some place called Silver Lake.
Oh, well, get in. I'll drive you.
Well, it's in Silver Lake. Are you sure it isn't out of your way?
Oh, as a matter of fact, it is. I'll see you tomorrow.